have with us Ms. Kavita Shirvaikar, the Director and CFO at Patel Engineering, joining us on the show. Ms. Kavita, thank you so much for making time and speaking with us. First up, let's start with the outlook for FY24 itself. In the year gone by, you delivered a revenue growth of 26%. Profitability jumped up materially because there was a bit of margin expansion as well. What's the outlook for the coming year? What kind of revenue figure are you targeting?
Good afternoon, Alisha. Thank you for having me on the show. Let me brief you about our financial year. Yesterday only we declared our financial year result for 2023. Our revenue is first time. I'm happy to tell you that we have crossed revenue of 4,200 crores, which is all-time high for the company. This year has been excellent for us. Coming to our order book at present is our around 20,000 crore, which includes 60% from hydro sector, around 20% from irrigation, and around 12% from tunneling, rest from others. Now, considering our strong order book and visibility in the future, we expect that we are fairly confident to achieve around 15% growth in next 2 years in our revenue. And profitability, as you can see, our EBITDA margin is 14 to 15%. And we expect to continue to maintain the same margin level in future.
Right. Kavita, thanks very much for joining us. We understand that there's a kind of a restructuring and resurrection of the company which is at play right now. We are looking at numbers have started improving last few quarters. Once again, orders are picking up. I want to understand the bigger picture. Next 2 to 3 years, because the environment for companies such as yours has also improved and you're putting things in place, elements in place. How can you gather all of these elements and put up a good show in next 2 to 3 years in terms of orders, in terms of profitability?
So see, right, as I mentioned, our order book is around 20,000 crore. We expect to continue to grow for next 2 to 3 years, around 14 to 15% growth in our order book. As you see, we are mainly operating in hydro and tunneling sector and irrigation sector. Hydro, we see the potential of around 80,000 work coming up in next 2 to 3 years. And in irrigation, we see the opportunity, there is a huge potential of around 90,000 crore over few years. If you see recently, we work for all government projects, like 55% of our order book is coming from central PSUs, NHPC, NTPC, NIPCO, all large PSUs, AAA, AA rated clients. We see recently we are L1 in largest hydropower project Tibang, which is in Arunachal Pradesh. It is 2880 megawatt developed by NHPC. We are L1 along with our partner. Our share in the project is around 1,900 crore. So we see huge opportunity in the sector where we are operating in. We see order book growth is 15 to 20% year on year, and revenue growth is 15 to 20%.
Now, in terms of margins, in next 3 years, you gave us a big picture potential, sure. So in next 3 years, how much on top line front with the EBITDA margin of say 15% can you execute?
See, next year we are expecting to reach to turnover around 4,500 crores, and next year 5,000 crore. So our target is to reach in turnover terms 5,000 crore plus in next 2 years. And yeah.
So that's the take coming in. You're expecting a 15% growth, revenue to go to the mark of 4,500 to 5,000 crore. But could you talk to us about the order inflow which is likely to convert FY24, because in the year gone by you managed the order inflow of around 7,700 odd crores. What could be the actual order inflow in FY24?
And given the opportunity of hydro sector and irrigation sector where we operate in, we expect to around 8,000 to 10,000 crore additional order book in FY24 and continue the same ratio over the next 2 years.
Okay, Ms. Kavita, on that note, we let you go. Appreciate you joining us on the show. That's the word coming in from Patel Engineering Management. Revenue profile of 4,500 to 5,000 crore, expecting order inflow of around 8,000 to 10,000 crore with huge potential from the hydro segment.